Film versus History. I'm with Horatio Gould.
Hello.
And we are in part 2 of our epic O.J. Simpson series.
Yeah. Our Bronco ride through the history
race
of
relations in America. Whee! In our last part, we set out who O.J. was, a black man who wasn't black.
Yep. A self-denying black man.
A self-denying black man who identified as himself that wasn't black.
And post-racial, actually.
Post-racial in 60s America.
Yeah.
That is extraordinary, isn't it?
Yeah.
Probably the most racial anywhere's ever been.
Yeah.
And he was like Obama in the 60s.
And he, like a runner in American football, dodged everyone trying to make it about race.
Yeah, no,
until he
thank you.
got to the fucking end zone.
Yeah. Now, we are... O.J. Simpson was a college sports star. Did you do any sports at university?
What did I do? I did a bit of football, but that was it, pretty much.
My first term at Bristol, joined breakdance sock.
No way!
I did it for a term. It's where
How big were you at this point?
I wasn't big. I wasn't small, but
So
I wasn't big.
The great
wasn't
stretching
fat.
had happened.
The stretching had happened. The great stretching, yeah. The great leap upwards.
The stretching years.
The stretched years, yeah. So I was still... The great leap upward had happened. I was still soft-bellied.
Sure.
Never been hard-bellied in my life.
But you could hide it. With the right clothes.
With the right clothes. With a suit. And a high waistband.
Yeah.
I can hide my gunt.
Right.
Anyway.
But when you're low riding, and I don't know as much about breakdancing as you, so you'd have to. Surely that's quite the gun. Does the gun? I guess very baggy clothes.
Yes, baggy clothes.
Can hide, but then his gunt's completely out. Sorry, watching a fat guy breakdance.
That's actually footage of me at Bristol University.
Talk me through what was going on. Was it an identity crisis? Or are you trying to work out I guess you need to work out who you are. It's the first year of uni.
It's Bristol, it's 2008, and I was a white guy joined breakdance sock.
Well, financial crash had just happened.
We didn't know who he was. We didn't see a future.
Also, how are you going to make money? You didn't know. Traditional means.
Genuinely, I started stand-up.
Breakdance is recession-proof.
It is.
At any point,
yeah.
You
can be a homeless guy breakdancing in the street. Someone might give you some money. I started stand-up maybe a month after I joined Breakdance Sock, and there was a time when I was doing both, and then I thought maybe there was slightly more legs in my stand-up career than my breakdance career.
Well,
there was an alternative timeline.
So you're doing stand-up and you're doing spin on my head. Is that...
I never span on my head. I could never get that. There was a guy who did spin on his head, and we all thought, well, I'm not that. My wife did it as well. My wife did breakdance.
Did you meet your wife in breakdance sock?
Yeah, I met her before, but she was there as well.
Is that when you realised you were, meant to be together?
Yeah, she was upside down. She was upside down. I thought I'm going to marry that woman. Because she looked normal upside down, and then she stood up. I went, "Oh dear!" Right?
She was doing the worm.
She was body popping, and I was like, "Wow!" The montage of the film, I'm like, "Wow!" And she's just she's a white woman from Surrey.
Suddenly appear every time.
Yeah. No, she wasn't beatboxing. I did it for a term, and then I learned a couple of moves that for I'd say my 20s, I could shock a dance floor. With that
doesn't mean it's good or bad. Shocking that I could shock a dance floor.
No, but as in you look at you and you think
I just get my cock out and shock a dance floor. That's easy as hell.
Well, yeah, I guess Florida nightclub, you just shoot it up.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying, right? I didn't shoot up Pulse nightclub.
No,
I'm saying as a guy who you would not think could breakdance, I had a couple of moves that I could do until about 10 years ago, where I was at the Edinburgh Festival and I did a knee drop and I misjudged it, and I basically just dropped on my knee on the floor of the caves, like from standing, just basically just fell on my knee.
A medieval cave, yeah.
Yep, and my knee's never really been the same since. And
is that when you retired?
Pretty much, yeah.
For breakdancing?
Yeah. I had a dodgy knee and I had to retire.
God.
Much
Abu
like
Dhabi.
Exactly.
Your career just ruined. Like the potential you had to be a great breakdancer.
Yeah.
Blighted with injuries.
Yeah. Much like O.J. Simpson was.
Yes.
And we are talking about O.J. Simpson. We must not forget that.
Yeah.
But
there's actually a lot of stuff to talk about.
There's a lot of stuff to talk about. We can't get sidetracked by my sick breakdancing career and the fact that I could do a 6-step.
What is it? Is one of them where you step forward and go, oh, Is it one of the, it was one of them? One of these?
No, that's kind of what you're doing. Is you're going around a circle and you're all doing this, and then you're all sort of doing this, as in like I'm going to come in and break dance next.
Okay,
but I'm not.
Okay, well, it's sort of like Mock the Week, where you're all
very like Mock the Week, where you're like, oh no, yeah, very like Mock the Week, yeah. The white guy breakdancer, yeah, Mock the Week.
Glenn Moore going, oh no, sorry, you Reece James.
Ed Byrne's like, oh no, you go. Look on. And then after the whole furore about the quotas for female comics, there was a massive point of people making huge gestures. Like you'd see Hugh Dennis go,
Machine, please,
let Sarah Pascoe have a go. Anyway.
And then go, I like it, let her have a go, and then as soon as she starts speaking, you go on your phone. Bored.
My turn. Anyway.
What I'd do is, when... you know that the leader of Britain, Tommy Robinson, turned his back when Sadiq Khan won the mayor of London. Or was it the leader of Britain first?
Yeah.
That's me when a woman speaks on Mock the Week. I would turn my back.
Carrie Godderman goes up.
In protest.
That's me at any comedy night. At Top Secret with this woman on. Just, no. Not in my name. We are talking about the O.J. Simpson trial, and we left off with two bodies found at Nicole Brown Simpson's house. One of them is Nicole Brown Simpson. The other one is her friend, Ron plays Ron Time Goldman.
Not a friend, though.
No, a gay waiter. Who was coming back from a restaurant.
It's a 25-year-old LA waiter who obviously has other aspirations because he's an LA waiter, right? So he wants to be a model.
Which is a slur in my arsenal.
He's a bit of a...
LA waiter, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Before we get to the trial, we need to sort of paint the other main character in this story, which is the LAPD. Because the trial essentially becomes... It's quite a unique trial in that you have a man who's on trial for murder, but then what his defence do is they basically turn it into a trial on the LAPD and its effectiveness.
Maybe the most effective use of whataboutery there is.
Extraordinary. It's also the thickest, heaviest race card that's ever been played.
And to an extraordinary degree.
And for a man who famously didn't see race even in himself, it is one of the amazing pivots that's ever been. So at the start of this episode, we're going to just explore the LAPD.
Yeah, it's like when it goes, in The Wizard of Oz goes from black and white to colour.
Yeah.
That's OJ during this trial.
Yeah. But it's the other way around. He's in colour and he goes to black and white.
Yeah.
Now, the LAPD were... allegedly, a brutal and violent police force, as any kind of American police force in the 60s was.
But the depiction of them, LAPD, all the cop shows are about them. They were seen as the most heroic police, kind of like the most famous police department, maybe apart from the NYPD.
In all the cop shows,
in the cop shows, LAPD. And also... LA was maybe sold in the earlier parts of the 20th century as kind of like a great liberal home for black people to come from the South.
Kind of a utopia, like an escape from
so
the
a lot of the,
worst
from how racist the South was, they en masse moved to LA.
But they found quite quickly that the LAPD were actually just as bad as any... Yeah. I think in the documentary...
Surprise! Just as racist.
Yeah. The only difference is they didn't use dogs in LA.
Right.
That was what guy says that in the documentary.
So they're woke. It's LA.
It's woke nonsense. They're not policing the black communities with police dogs. Yeah. So in early 20th century LA, and most of America, it's very racially restrictive, and the city is like, what's it called? There's basically this strategy that American councils use. Zoning or redlining.
Yeah, redlining.
Redlining is when you essentially, by tampering with the market, you make certain areas racially distinct.
Yeah.
Right? And you make it impossible for any kind of racial social mobility to happen because you, I don't know.
You bull tamper, but with zoning laws.
Yes. So wartime migration had brought many black workers to California, but then, as we say, housing shortages, redlining, etc., confines them to these overcrowded neighborhoods, projects, and all the post-war kind of expansion basically just benefits white residents. The LAPD itself, there was a guy called William H. Parker, who was the chief of police.
William H. White man, basically.
William H. White man.
White man H. White man.
Buzz cut, moustache. Yeah. I'm just imagining this.
It's his Wonder Bread white.
He coined the term thin blue line, interestingly.
Oh, wow.
I don't know what it was in reference to.
Yep.
Maybe a line that he drew on a map saying everyone over here is white. And, but he... Oh, there you go. Buzz cut and moustache. I was right.
White McWhiteface.
White McWhiteface. He recruits officers from the South, supposedly direct from the Klan. You know,
Sort of like our hiring policy at Funbaruski.
Yep, Fred Richardson will be on next episode. He's left his hood at the door, and he's coming in to
Cut
join
out the
us.
middle man. Go straight to the Klan. Cut out the middle Klan.
Look at that, Charlie.
Doesn't actually quite work but yeah, no, it's nice. It's still,
it'll do.
Yeah, it'll do.
So the officers he recruits from the South already have quite fruity attitudes.
Yeah.
And
when you say fruity, you don't mean gay.
I don't mean famously. I don't mean gay.
Yeah.
I mean anti-black.
Deeply, violently, almost genocidally racist.
Yes. I like
fruits.
I like the. I like the term fruity because it covers a multitude of sins.
It does.
You know,
bit fruity.
This salad's a bit fruity. There's raisins in it. That police force is a bit fruity. They're from the Ku Klux Klan. You know, it's a linguistically stretchy word, and I like it.
Yeah.
Anyway, speaking of fruitiness, the Watts riots in August 1965. So there's a woman called Marquette Fry. I just think black names in this they just, you know, it's it's the dawn of the
Squeesha. The long road to the Squeesha.
It is the long road to La Squeesha. It's and where do these names come from? Because I want to, you know, at what point does names diverge? Like, it must be after the Civil War. There's the whole like slave names, and some people have slaves, some people don't. When do things like La Squeesha?
Yeah, when does La Squeesha?
How do like Letitia? Where do these names come from?
Can we do the etymology of La Squeesha, please?
Charlie, find out where La Squeesha comes from. I want to know if during the Watts riot there was a woman called La Squeesha there. La
Squeesha, likely a version of Lakeisha.
Modern African American coinage derived from Kezia, meaning cinnamon tree, with the common lab.
Okay, so it's basically like
so it's French,
blending,
isn't it?
Right.
So because it'd be like Haiti, French colonies.
Creole, French Creole.
The French are in the south
The
of the
quiche.
States. Hey?
The quiche.
La Squeesha.
But like it's it's like the.
So you're basically saying the quiche.
My name is La
My name is the quiche.
Yeah.
Anyway, the LAPD fucking smashed quiches in 1965.
Right.
They throw quiche all over the floor.
It's like English pizza.
Is
not
it English
English,
pizza?
it's
I think
French.
it's French, isn't
No,
it?
but it's English.
Right.
The vibe is English.
No, there's definitely...
It's certainly it's culturally permeable across the channel.
It evokes a garden party.
English people don't kick the quiche out of bed. It's not foreign French muck because it's egg, ham, and bread.
Yeah.
We're like, we understand this.
It's just a different way of doing a fry-up.
Yeah.
But it evokes a garden party where a man in red trousers with a red nose is saying something distasteful about his gay neighbour.
Yeah.
He's using the word fruity as I would use it, and he's eating quiche. Yeah. Anyway, Marquette Fry is pulled over by Officer Minicus for alleged reckless driving on the 11th of August 1965. She fails a sobriety test. Is Marquette a man or a woman? It's a man. Well, there you go. I'm lost. La Squeesha, Marquette.
Yeah.
Let's
squeeze me up. I'm done.
I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Marquette, he fails a sobriety test. He's placed under arrest. His brother, who is a passenger, goes to get his mum, Rena. She scolds her son for drinking and driving, but then in the kind of fracas, someone shoves his mum. Fry gets hit. Someone draws a shotgun, and then essentially this massive confrontation happens. And then people are starting to gather and watch. This is all like an intersection in LA.
Yeah, a rumour circulated that the officers kicked a pregnant woman.
I don't know where that started.
Yeah.
That's just hearsay.
Yeah.
Anyway, they start claiming police brutality. They throw objects. Everyone gets arrested. It basically turned into a massive riot.
Yeah.
At this point, he's at USC.
And it's right next to Watts.
He's just running.
But USC is in the middle, like,
right next to Watts. Yeah. And so riots spread across Watts, lasted for 6 days.
Yeah.
The police response reinforces these ideas that they're kind of an occupying military force rather than there to protect. And this kind of only gets worse.
Yeah.
Then you have these sort of major big flashpoints in the 20th century in LA. The Eula Love shooting in 1979. LAPD officers shot and killed an unarmed black woman over a disputed gas bill. Supposedly she didn't pay her gas bill.
Right.
And the officers, to be fair...
EDF. Is that EDF Energy gets...
IDF.
Yeah.
Yeah, IDF Energy. Christ.
Too right.
IDF Energy turn up and...
These days.
I don't know what that means. Even for us, I've got no idea what that means. What are we saying there?
If you say these days, you're safe.
You're really not.
Well, I'm saying these days, you can't put me in jail for saying these days.
I think these days you can.
These days you can.
These days. say anything, you get in jail these days. IDF Energy, they don't muck about with uncollected gas bills.
Sure.
It gets ruled as justifiable homicide,
Right.
which I think may be a stretch. I think she's on her front lawn, maybe, and she just shouts back at the police, and they maybe shoot her.
Cornered.
Or maybe she had a knife. Yeah. Maybe she had a knife. Anyway, no officers face any charges for this, and it's ruled as justifiable. And this is
brilliant.
This is brilliant.
This is when a bit of phrenology comes in.
This is in late 1970s.
Yeah.
An honest man called Daryl Gates is chief of the LAPD, and he's just sprinkling phrenology over these press conferences.
I mean, look at him. He does not look racist at all, does he?
No. I do think if you've got very short hair as a white man, you have to work harder to not seem racist.
Yes.
People can read into that why I've grown my hair long. Now, Daryl Gates believes that the reason for a higher rate of black deaths during arrest is because, quote, big quote, black people are more susceptible than normal people to injuries from chokeholds.
Right.
So much to unpack there.
I mean, he's on the ground, though. He's
on the
an
ground.
empiricist.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Who are we?
It's easy for us to sit in the sofa.
Armchair phrenologists that we are. He's actually on the ground.
He's in the field.
He's got the calipers, He's got a trench coat. He's got he's got stuff on his. He's got a holster for his calipers and his belt.
He's doing trial and error.
He's logging
information.
He's got early findings from the field. He's our man on the ground, and he says that black people are more susceptible than a lovely use of the word normal people to injuries from chokeholds.
I guess maybe the asterisk, and it's a small asterisk, I'd say, is that normal people don't get any injuries from chokeholds.
Yes.
So not normal people are never in chokeholds.
Yes.
In this era.
Because they're normal.
Okay.
In Daryl Gates' mind. Small asterisk.
Small asterisk. The only test he's been doing is on black people.
Yes, it's a skewed sample size,
It's a skewed sample,
which phrenologists are always guilty, actually, of skewed samples.
He has nothing to compare it to.
A true phrenologist never turns the calipers on himself.
Yeah.
Anyway, he also says that Hispanic officers don't advance within the ranks because they're lazy.
Yeah.
I think that's fine.
Interestingly,
I agree with that.
The Latino racism, there's so much black races to deal with. Latina stuff, everyone has to just drop.
But
you can't. Him calling Latinas lazy, it's like we can't deal with that now. We've got much bigger problems.
Yeah,
we're gonna have to do. We're nowhere near ready to deal with that.
I mean, to be honest, both problems would be solved if the Hispanic officers were responsible for chokeholding the black people because they were too lazy.
This
to
is where you're
chokehold
brilliant,
them.
Finn.
Two birds, one stone. All right, bringing races together through racial stereotyping. Okay. The Spaniards are too lazy to choke out the black victims.
Right.
So you'd solved it there.
Yeah.
Anyway, in 1987, there was a large-scale, I'm getting emotional now, a large-scale attempt to crack down on gang violence in LA named Operation Hammer. This started in the run-up to the 84 Olympic Games, for which OJ and Nicole ran through the city with the torch.
So was that the LA Games?
Yeah, the LA Games.
Right.
From 84 to 89, complaints of police brutality increased by 33%. And there was a big raid by 88 LAPD officers in August 88, which leads to this deadly shootout, leaving 15 gang members dead.
Yeah.
This massive search for drugs and follow. And do you remember?
Is this Reagan's war on drugs?
Yeah,
kicking as well.
But there's this documentary in the OJ documentary. They show that woman's house that the LAPD have gone through.
Yeah,
and it's like. It's generally like you've set a fucking fleet of raccoons loose.
Well, just smashed everything up.
They like pull the sink off the wall,
right.
they dig the bath up, they're looking for drugs. In the end, they find like a bit of hash.
Yeah.
Like a couple of bags of weed. And this woman's house is like beyond fucked. And because the police have done it, I think she has no home insurance that will cover it.
But this is Reagan's America, right? Where he's like, it's during this period that they're like introducing crack into black neighborhoods. And stuff like that, right? So it's kind of the height of this sort of stuff.
So by 1990, over 50,000 people have been arrested in these in Operation Hammer. It's tense. We then get to
this is kind of the big one of all this.
This is the big one. Yeah. This is and it's so big because this has been happening a lot, but it is on film.
Yeah, which is a relatively new phenomenon.
And I must say, even for someone as impartial as myself, the film looks quite bad.
Sure. Could have been like a Prince Andrew situation.
We don't know the context of the footage.
It also could have been early uses of AI.
I'd love to. Yeah, it could be. I don't believe it. Been doctored. We get to the Rodney King incident in 1991. Now, this is hugely important. LAPD officers are caught beating Rodney King while arresting him for drunk driving. And in the footage, you see it's like 8 police officers. It's pretty gnarly stuff. Officers are just beating him to death. Well, he doesn't die, but they're just beating him with truncheons.
And it's like there's 8 of them around, and they're beating him for so long.
Yeah.
And for black members in LA of the black community, they say this happens all the time, but this is kind of the first time it's been truly captured on film.
Yeah,
and
it's like in the documentary they play it for ages, and you're just begging for someone to be like, okay, he's had enough now.
Not one person says
no.
It's a big group of people. Not one person says maybe this is too much.
No, they're like, I want to go.
Yeah, they're actually very orderly queuing up.
Do you know what? There's not much you can compliment them for. But the level of queuing on display,
Not up to you.
Please.
It's sort of mock the week, actually.
It is mock the week.
But instead of kick the week.
But they don't turn around. Maybe if a female police officer got involved, they'd be like, I'm not watching this. I'm not watching this.
This is ridiculous.
No. It's the same kind of opinion I have on the Bonnie Blue queue. You go, well, at least it's a good queue.
Yeah.
I don't really like what they're doing.
Yeah.
But at least they're waiting their turn.
Yeah.
Anyway,
pretty damn gnarly.
It's gnarly stuff for ages. It goes on for so long, beating him with truncheons.
You can't imagine what the context could possibly be that would justify it. It's just like...
Could we imagine it?
We're creative. We have
creative minds. Anyway, King suffers a broken leg. He's burnt from the stun gun.
Yeah.
I mean... It goes on for so long, the beating, and he's on the floor the whole time. He's completely compliant, and they just keep on beating him. Yeah. And all 4 officers are charged with excessive force. They go to trial, but they are found not guilty, and they face no punishment. Yeah. And this is for this time, undeniable evidence of wrongdoing.
Yeah. So it's just pure corruption.
It's pure corruption.
Yeah.
The next bit's fucked. I didn't know
black people
about this.
have not had any win with the justice system really ever in LA.
No.
And this is just one of the most egregious of all of them.
2 weeks later, a 15-year-old black girl is shot and killed by a Korean woman running a fucking 7-Eleven. So she's going to buy some orange juice, and then the Korean shop owner, Soon Ja-do, thinks that she's going to steal it, and so she walks away, and the Korean woman shoots from the back of the head?
Yes. That's at least what she claims, right?
Yes.
She says that she thought she was shoplifting. But the video seems to be she's just paid and she's walking away, and then she just out of nowhere shoots in the back of the head.
It's also a little old Korean woman that looks like my nan.
Yeah.
So it's like, how on earth have you? Yeah. How on earth is your opinion of black people so low?
Yeah.
So anyway, the Korean woman is convicted of voluntary manslaughter, which is that's a strange conviction to have. So that's not voluntary manslaughter. Isn't that literally murder? Because involuntary manslaughter is like I've sneezed while driving.
No, voluntary manslaughter it's not premeditated. It's in the moment.
Oh, okay.
So it's murdering, but you decide in the last 5 seconds.
Voluntary manslaughter is an intentional killing that's reduced from murder due to partial defences, like loss of control,
or
diminished responsibility, or participating in a suicide pact. So sorry, it's her defence that she was meant to kill me afterwards.
It was like a Romeo and Juliet thing.
Yeah. So how on earth did she get off? Because the CCTV footage literally... Yeah. Is it just that... Do they think Korean is a mental impairment at this point? What on earth is her defence? Anyway...
She's got Korean syndrome.
She's got full Korean syndrome. Now, this couple with Rodney King sparks...
back-to-back. Huge LA riots.
Yeah. Super Sunday of rioting. Yeah. The LA riots in May 1992. South Central LA erupts into rioting, and this is when in the documentary... Basically, the police are so terrified from the lack of, from their the optics, that they just don't
police it.
And then you have people in black neighborhoods going up to white truckers, pulling them out of the truck, and beating them to a pole. Yeah, it is a full-on, essentially, race riot.
And then there's also a lot of tension between the Korean community and the black community because of obviously she was Korean. Yeah, and then I think the Korean shopping centres become fortified like castles, and they have blockades.
Sorry. Well, Charlie's just got up. I've just googled Rush Hour 3.
But this was the way that they came together. This was.
Is this where they met?
The relationship only really was fixed when the Rush Hour franchise came out.
We should place this, actually. We should place this. This is crucially... This
So
is
1992.
before Rush Hour 1. Rush Hour 1, I believe, is 96 or 7.
Mm-hmm.
What a film. What a film. And like you say...
and it's after the fall of the Berlin Wall.
It was after the Berlin Wall, but crucially, it was before the release of Rush Hour.
We're living in a pre-Rush Hour world. They got no idea of what a buddy cop relationship could be
Jackie Chan
like.
is not Korean, but but I tell you what, I've got no idea what he is.
Sure.
I don't see race.
Yeah.
But I know he's not Korean. So yes, this is pre-Rush Hour. But at the eventually in the documentary, there are all these police officers interviewed being like, it was so infuriating. We were being told not to go and like break it up.
Yeah.
And so it was just, there was looting.
Yeah. They burned down their own neighborhood as well. Like, they just set fire to their own shops, their own buildings.
Yeah. And then you had some police officers with pretty fruity views.
Yeah.
Using them going, well, at least, I mean, why would you burn down your own petrol station?
Yeah.
Anyway, the National Guard are called in. At the end of the riot, 63 are dead, over 2,000 people injured, 12,000 arrested. $1 billion of damage was caused.
Significantly in Koreatown. So
and Daryl Gates, the amateur phrenologist chief of police, resigns.
Right.
That acts as a lovely bit of context for when in 1994, on the morning of June the 13th, 2 bodies are found at Nicole Brown Simpson's house. So they then go to OJ's house in Rockingham and they ring the bell. There's no response.
Okay.
And they find, looking around, they find that OJ's white Ford Bronco is stained with blood all on the wing mirror and stuff and the handle.
There's also a black glove matching the exact one they found at the scene of the crime by Officer Mark Furman, who will come into this.
We'll get to Mark Furman.
Yeah.
And so
More like Mark Fruityman.
Mark Fuhrman. A lovely character in the story. I really enjoy his story. Anyway, so they find the other black glove that matches the one that they'd found covered in blood at Nicole's house. So this gives them probable cause. So they let themselves into the house. And OJ's friend and kind of lodger, Kato
He's never really explained Kato.
No, I know. Just Google what he looks like because he's
called Kato Kalin, which is already weird for some reason. It's just the double K feels like a stage name.
He feels like a bit of an LA waiter to me.
Yeah,
he's got a bit of an LA waiter.
Yeah, he's got long blonde hair. Is he just like, if you live in LA, you're gonna have a guy called Kato who lives in your outhouse?
I feel like LA.
He looks like he lives in a rich person's outhouse.
Yes, he
just seems up to no good, Kato.
But in LA, there are just these people with like men with women's hair who are just sort of fannying about.
Yeah, all the talking heads of the local residents of that
living
area.
in LA.
Yeah.
You know, he's a pool boy essentially.
Yeah.
He opens the door to the police and he says that OJ had left for Chicago the night before. When the Browns are told of Nicole's murder, they are like, well, that'll be OJ. Mm-hmm. He beat the shit out of her for years.
Yeah, when she screamed, he will kill me, he will kill me. I reckon it'll be
it was him.
Yeah.
OJ then comes back from Chicago, is brought in for questioning. Police notice that he has cuts on his hand. He claims that he accidentally broke a glass while he was in Chicago. The LAPD didn't really question this. No. And he gets allowed to leave the interview. They don't do any kind of blood work on the things.
And also when he is telling people about the cut, he tells everyone different reasons.
Yeah.
It's like he cut it on getting into his car, he cut it on glass, It's just always a different reason.
Just scatter it.
Yeah.
Sow confusion, early doors.
Yeah.
He denies the opportunity to take a lie detector test, which is obviously what an innocent man would do. No, thank you. I don't want to do that.
Ethically, I think lie detector tests are wrong.
I do think it's a bit unfair. Yeah. It's like that. That's not.
Prove me guilty. Don't cheat.
Don't cheat. Like, I don't even believe them.
Yeah. It's not fucking Jeremy Kyle.
Because also, it's entirely subjective how you would physiologically respond to lying. If you get off on it, then it's going to skew the results, isn't it?
Yeah. And also, I think a lot it's your sphincter muscle that
they don't attach something to your ass to see if it's quivering. Do they? It's your wrist. It's palpitations or it's blood pressure, isn't it? What? Yeah. How do they breathing, sweating?
Yeah. So to be fair, he's turned it down, but that's kind of within his rights. I
think so.
Yeah.
I'm never going to use it. Fuck them. No, don't believe in them. So the LAPD start to establish a timeline of the previous day's events. So this is June 12th, 5 o'clock. OJ, Nicole and the Browns attend their daughter's dance recital. The Browns go to a restaurant for dinner. OJ's not invited. It's starting to stack up against Nicole.
Yeah.
9:36 p.m. OJ and Kato Kalin, the weird pool boy who looks a bit like Val Kilmer in Heat, returns from going to McDonald's. I actually took my kids to the McDonald's drive-thru for the first time this weekend.
But what did you do after is more important, I guess.
Sorry?
What did you do after McDonald's?
I didn't kill my wife and the waiter. We all went home, we ate McDonald's, and we watched Disney film. It was very wholesome. I did not kill my wife and some random guy from McDonald's. Yeah. This is where me and OJ differ. It was the kids' first Happy Meal. It was a big moment. Anyway, so 10 o'clock, Ron Goldman, wrong place, wrong time Goldman. He brings some glasses to Nicole's house that Nicole had left at the restaurant.
Yeah.
10:15, neighbours hear Nicole's dog barking loudly. 10:51, Kalin hears a big banging at OJ's house. He thinks it's an earthquake. 11:15, OJ's picked up by a limo and taken to the airport. 11:45, he flies to Chicago for a Hertz golfing event.
Right.
There's a gap. There's a crucial gap in OJ's alibi. So police conclude that Nicole is attacked outside of her home, stabbed multiple times after a struggle. Ron Goldman is stabbed while in a chokehold.
Yeah.
Now that's ironic because he's normal and he should be able to get out of those.
That's true.
Anyway, he fights back. Oh, there you go. He fights back and stumbles away, but then is followed by the attacker. He gets stabbed several times. His abdominal
the brutality of the stabbing is extraordinary.
It is. It's gnarly.
Yeah.
They sever his abdominal artery. He bleeds to death. They then think that the attacker returned to Nicole's body and basically...
nearly chops her head off.
Yeah. And they find a shoe print on the back of her shirt. Bloodied shoe print.
Yeah. As gnarly as you can get, really.
Charlie, did you like O.J. Simpson before you heard about this?
No.
Okay, fine. So it's not a Pol Pot situation.
Yeah, but it's because Charlie's deeply, deeply racist.
Oh, of course. He's on the side of the Koreans.
Yeah.
That's a lovely euphemism.
What, for being a racist?
For being a racist against black people. He's on the side of the Koreans. Anyway, due to her... what is it, Charlie?
They've not got any neighbours.
Hey?
What are the neighbours doing when this is up? Is this just in the garden?
It is just in the side.
But they're all detached houses. I mean, you've been to America, been to LA.
The space between the houses is pretty big.
The thing about LA is it's so spread out. There's almost no like flat shares.
No.
It's basically just, and everyone's built their own house.
The only thing you have is maybe a guy called Kato in your outhouse. That's the closest
you have
get.
A pool boy.
Yeah.
Who's a gay waiter.
Are you fucking the shed?
Probably. Yeah.
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah. But even driving through LA, what's mad is that every house is a different style. Because everyone's built their own house.
Yeah.
Because it's like the Old West.
Yeah.
So they just went out there and they were like, well, I quite like colonial
Spanish
architecture.
style, yeah.
I like Spanish. Yeah. I'm just going to build a fucking glass box.
Yeah.
You know, anyway.
It's a very hyper-real place, basically.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Nicole is buried in a polo neck because her head had been nearly cut off. OJ goes to the wake. Nicole's mother corners him and says, did you kill her? And he goes, no, I loved her too much.
Apparently he had sunglasses on and was clearly very sedated.
Yeah.
On like Xannies. Yeah. And so just like pretty numb during the whole thing.
Yeah.
Just kind of like just drifted through it all.
So on the 17th of June, the LAPD charge O.J. Simpson with the murders. Mm-hmm. And they say to his legal team that he has to surrender himself by 11 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Now, by 11 a.m., he hasn't shown up. So the police go to his friend, Bob... Is it Bob Kardashian? Robert Kardashian, who I think is part of his legal team, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's where OJ was staying.
And his friend, his legal team and his friend.
Yeah. At this point, Robert Kardashian has given birth to a child with a prodigiously big bum.
Okay.
The biggest bum there'll ever be.
But it's before the internet, so she hasn't broken the internet.
She hasn't broken the internet.
Has she broken her mother's...
She almost certainly broken her mother's pum. I don't know how big Kim's arse is at this point.
No.
Did it come? It wasn't big when she came out.
I don't know. I don't understand arse implants. To me, that it's like gilding the lily.
Yeah.
I don't want mine to be any bigger.
No.
No, I don't need any bigger. I don't
think men should be getting BBLs.
I mean, it would be very funny
if we started getting...
if we spent the Patreon money
on two massive BBLs. If we had two giant batties.
And we had to get suits especially made because we'd had arse implants. Yeah,
I don't know how sexy that would be, actually.
If we were normal from the...
I really don't think we'd look good with the BBL, either of us.
Wouldn't it be great to go to like premieres and like Spotify lunches and just get photographed with our massive arses? Anyway, so The police go to Kardashian's house. OJ's not there. He's gone.
Yeah.
The juice is loose.
The juice is loose.
Now, they declare him a wanted fugitive and they start a manhunt. It's very funny. They interview the guy who was chairing the police press conference, and all the press had been there from like 10 in the morning, expecting OJ to be there by 11.
Yeah.
And then at like 2 o'clock, the guy's like, hey, he's not here.
Yeah.
Don't know what to tell you.
And then Kardashian, right, he reads a letter that reads a lot like a suicide note.
Yes.
Which says, don't feel sorry for me. I've had a great life, great friends. Please think of the real OJ and not this lost person. And it's also the assumption on the news that it's going to show up that he's killed himself.
6:20 p.m. A white Bronco is spotted on the I-5 freeway by a motorist. Now, freeways in LA are fucked.
Why?
Because in this country, your motorways have 3 lanes.
Yeah.
A slow lane, medium lane, fast lane.
Right.
The slow lane will always peel off into a slip road, but that lane will carry on.
Okay.
In LA particularly, they just keep adding lanes.
Yeah.
And if you're coming off, that lane will just disappear.
Okay.
So if you're in the slowest lane and you don't want to come off, you have literally 30 seconds to get out of that lane before you're taken away. Okay. But it's also never clear how many lanes there are going to be.
And there's crazy traffic in LA, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's stupid. OJ owned a white Ford Bronco, and so did his best friend Al Cowling, whose girlfriend he had stolen and then married.
Yeah, so his old school friend.
Old school friends. They had identical cars because Cowlings wanted to emulate OJ.
Right, that
which
is
caused
confusing.
a lot of public confusion. Anyway, the police at 6:45 catch up with the car, and Cowling is shouting that OJ is sitting in the back seat with a gun to his head.
Right.
So they there's a mobile phone in the car, right? So he's speaking to the police at some point. Again, this is all something an innocent man would do.
Yeah.
The LAPD back off, and 20 cars start chasing the Bronco at a very leisurely speed of 35 miles an hour. It's a pretty extraordinary moment because the helicopter newsman finds it, and then and then about 85 million people tune in to watch this chase happening.
And it's a very LA story because in the Talking Heads, when the pilot talks about it, that pilot is now trans and looks like Caitlyn Jenner. Sort of.
Yes, yeah.
So it's just interesting, this story, just being in LA, just the type of characters.
You have Kato Kaelin, a gay poor boy. You have a trans helicopter news pilot.
There's a lot going on.
It's fucking GTA.
It's completely GTA.
It's GTA.
But it's also just your individual self-expression is never more celebrated than in LA.
Yes.
It's all about your own view of yourself,
your own freedom to
I'm not black, I'm OJ,
to kill your wife in a way.
But this is probably the defining news event of maybe the decade, because also what I was thinking, this is a very 90s story, and the 90s is often considered the period of like the end of history, right? So this is between the fall of the Berlin Wall and before 9/11. It's kind of seen 9/11 gets mentioned. But it's seen historically, right, as kind of like a period of like relative peace.
It's like the Edwardian period. In that there's this
much happened.
There's this hubris to it because it's like hedonism, and
there's no one knows where they're going because there's no like, I don't know, counter offer to what's the world's all liberal capitalism. Basically,
but the Edwardian period is quite bittersweet to study because you're studying about these people and they don't know about World War I that's coming.
Yeah.
And like the Titanic, which shatters the illusion of Edwardian progress.
It just feels like it's all going to carry on.
The 90s feels like this golden age.
There's no idea of what the future's going to be.
No.
And it also feels like because the 90s doesn't have these huge geopolitical events like the 2000s does, like the 80s does, in the same way. There's not like what wars in the 90s?
But
yeah, sort of, but it's not. I don't think that's like America's not involved in it in the same way.
No, it is, but it doesn't matter. But it's not as era defining.
It's not as era defining. So I think it's interesting that the big actual news stories of the decade are actually celebrity. It's Diana and OJ, right?
And look, if Diana had been driving at a sensible speed of 35 miles an hour, this is a police chase which does not result in a celebrity's death.
Right, so you're saying that potentially, this is an interesting hubris for the Diana story. The paparazzi should have been like the police.
Yes.
Coming after Diana. That's interesting.
So we're now watching footage of the chase, which is it's just eerie because they're all going like, it's as if they're out driving past a school.
Yeah.
They're just going so slowly. What is it, Charlie?
Is there any sort of British equivalent to this with British police, when it's like police interceptors?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had Ray Mears walking through fields and tracking Raoul Moat.
And Gaza turning up. Raoul?
Yeah. Maybe Raoul's the British.
Raoul Moat is the British OJ. Except he did just kill himself.
Yeah. There's never been a news event quite like this.
No.
Right?
It's
live.
extraordinary.
Everyone turns on the
And
TV.
it's live.
You don't know what's going to happen. It must be one of the most thrilling live news events ever.
Live news events don't really happen in the same way anymore.
Yeah.
You know, helicopter news teams, trans pilots. It's crazy. And it is a GTA
because we have
game.
things like, I don't know, October 7th, the invasion of Ukraine. Like, we have very serious things. Do you know what I mean? But they're not as, like, entertainment-y as OJ. Like, this doesn't have the same geopolitical ramifications, so it is more of an entertaining news event.
If Stephen Fry climbed up Big Ben naked...
Go on.
Fathers for Justice.
To be honest, he's bipolar and gay, so he has that in his locker.
For water aid, but he just did that. He did that the whole time.
For water aid.
And he was wanking and he was giving the finger to the telly.
Yeah.
Would it...
Everyone's tuning in.
How many of those do you need to hit an OJ level of kind of...
I mean, that's pretty
What
big.
fraction of an OJ is that?
The problem is that OJ is so he,
in terms of the chase.
The first news stories have hit about his wife dying, and then he's charged with the murders.
Everyone thinks he's killed himself.
Yeah,
and then someone's found him on the freeway.
News helicopter manhunt.
Yeah.
Live on TV, the biggest sports star in the country,
and it's in LA, the home of kind of fucking media.
Yeah.
In the world, really.
It's basically if David Beckham had killed Posh Spice and then is picked up on like a jet ski going down the fucking Thames or something.
Yeah. 85 million people tune in to watch it.
Crazy. Yeah. Anyway, so the chase continues and there's like, you can hear they've got recordings of the phone calls. Yeah. Al Cowlings is like, guys, just like, chill out.
So OJ's got a gun to his head, just freaking out, I imagine, in the back.
Yeah. Well, he's innocent.
Yeah.
He doesn't know what to do. So the LAPD set up snipers and SWAT teams at OJ's Rockingham house, and eventually it basically sort of like a procession to his house. He said he's going to hand himself in. He just wants to go home.
And it's so long, the sun is slowly setting.
Yeah.
As he's coming back. It's such a long time.
And then because of like everyone's watching on TV, all these basically OJ fans pour into the streets and start cheering the car.
I mean, from the beginning, they're on the fucking bridges over the freeways with signs saying "Go OJ."
They're saying the juice is loose.
Yeah,
saying "Run the juice." So groups of supporters then attempt to block police. The car eventually pulls into OJ's house. His son Jason punches Cowlings through the driver's window. He gets pulled away by the police.
Why do you think he does that?
I don't know. I guess it's a very emotional time.
Right, fair enough.
Cowlings exits the car. OJ stays inside with his chin resting on the gun, and then negotiators trying to get him out. Right, and this is a very good part of the documentary. Yeah, they're trying to get him out by like, think of your kids, and he's like,
boring.
Are you trying to make me kill myself?
Yeah.
And
this is the part you relate to him.
Yeah, this is why. I'm like, I don't know if I can say that. He's got a loaded gun to his head. Don't remind him he's a father. He's going to blow his brains out. Also, they know how long I have a mother.
Finn,
he's the sole parent
of your wife. Bang. Hello. Hello.
Fuck.
Finn. Hello.
Fuck. I forgot my training. Never remind a man with a gun that he's got kids. That's day 1 of hostage negotiation school. Think of your kids. Bang. Fuck. Sorry. I forgot. But not only has he got kids, he's got no wife anymore.
Oh.
So he's the sole parent. Don't talk about his family. Yeah. Luckily, OJ doesn't pull the trigger.
Yeah.
But what they say in the documentary, they interview the guy who negotiated with him, and they were looking around Rockingham's house. They realised there are no photos of his family.
It's a shrine to himself.
It's literally, his staircase is like the front window of an Italian restaurant.
Yeah.
It's the owners with loads of celebrities that have eaten this pasta.
It's the walk up Downing Street, but it's all photos of one person.
But it's like, oh, this is me with Trump. This is me with like Babe Ruth or whatever. This is me with... Anyway, so then... the negotiator just starts talking about like Don't think of your kids. Think of OJ. Think of your fans.
And basically pitched it as the story of OJ.
Yeah.
You know, think about the people who rely on you and are inspired by you. What would the great OJ do? Do you think the great OJ is going to quit? And basically implied that he was sort of a quitter. And that the greatness of OJ would stand up, get out the car and show them who you really are.
You've got the biggest dick ever, don't you?
Yeah.
So then, eventually, about 9 o'clock, he exits the car, and after searching the car, police find a change of clothing, a loaded .357 Magnum, a fake goatee and moustache, a passport, and $8,000 in cash.
Right. You've got to have that, though, in your house.
It is a shame.
You've got to have a grab bag.
You do have to have a grab bag.
Yeah.
It's just a shame we never got to see OJ in a fake moustache trying to get through an airport.
Yeah.
hello, ele cabron.
Yeah,
Mi amo oriental.
If you're OJ, you got to go blonde, long hair, like
Kato Kalin.
Yeah, you got to look like Kato.
Yeah.
I think the goatee really doesn't hide him.
No.
He needs to go bigger.
But was it like a Fu Manchu moustache? Or was it like a Chinese?
That would be better.
In my grab bag, there's a Fu Manchu moustache, there's a full Chinese hat, smoking pipe. I don't know who you're looking for.
That's your grab bag to go to the pub.
I think he went that way.
That's not you're escaping. That's you leaving the house. Phone, wallet, keys, Fu Manchu moustache,
Like
Rasta hat, big fake doobie.
No, it's my
right, got it.
It's my wife saying, "Where are you? We need to put the kids to bed." I think he went that way. I'm going to a pub. Bye bye. I've got a Chinese passport. Yes, I have a grab bag whenever my wife needs me to parent. I feel very sorry. I don't know where he went.
Where is that Finn
Where did Finn Taylor go? I'm not Finn Taylor.
Irresponsible father.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to go pub. Bye. Yeah, you're all going to have a grab bag. Anyway. So when he sees all the supporters, I
guess Asian listeners would probably be listening to this thinking, well, at least I'm safe for accents on this one.
Listen.
You're never safe.
The black population have caught a lot of heat in this episode, and so it's about time that for them, we throw it at the Koreans. Yeah. Now, when he sees his supporters, who are all outside the gates of Rockingham,
he suddenly changes. He feels inspired and uplifted.
Yeah, but he says, what are all these N-words doing in Brentwood?
Like a white racist golfer.
Yeah, but this is probably the point where he essentially becomes black, like against his will almost.
Yes,
he's always tried to say
he's been forced to be black.
I'm raceless, and now he's in police custody. The only way he can get out of this is to become black and be a cipher for all of Black America's struggles. Yeah, having denied them throughout his career. So OJ is in police custody. I think we should stop this episode here. Mm-hmm. In our next episode, we will deal with the trial of the century. Yeah. And just before we throw to that, OJ has a plea hearing and he pleads not guilty. Because he is innocent.
He's innocent.
He's an innocent man. Would an innocent man have been sucking on a gun for 3 hours, driving at 35 miles an hour through LA?
Yeah, would he be doing sort of kinky stuff at the back of a car? He's relaxed.
I don't think so.
He's enjoying himself.
It's just him and his mate going for a drive. What's the big deal? In our next episode, we'll be joined by Red Richardson to just broaden the diversity of the pod.
We want to get the black perspective.
So Red Richardson from Devon will be here to discuss the OJ trial and OJ's life after the trial. Those 2 episodes are already on the Patreon. We'll also be doing bonus episodes this fortnight on Caitlyn Jenner.
Yeah, and if you can't Patreon,
join the Patreon. That's a great slogan.
If you can't Patreon, join the Patreon.
And if you smell Trion, join the Patreon. Yeah. So we'll also be doing Oscar Pistorius, and Red will stick around for that. Yeah. It's a big fortnight, but if not, we'll see you next week for the continuation of this epic series on the life and trials of O.J. Simpson.
Until then,
goodbye.